Watch and learn, people. Equation of a line between 2 points. This is going to happen a lot where you're given 2 points and you have to find an equation for the line. Now, do you remember an equation of a line has this form? Remember that? That would be a linear equation up there. Equation of a line. So we are given, on number 1, this point and this point. And there is a line that goes through those 2 points. And we need to figure out, so there's a picture that goes with this.
It could be a curvy line.
We need to know
a completely straight line.
Well, if they said it's a line, so it can't be curvy. Lines are straight. So I'm going to do the picture here, and then the equation over here. So 4, 2, so I'm going to find that on the 1, 2, 3, 4, up to. So here's 1 point, and negative 5, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, down here. All right, so we are looking for that. There's a line going through there. I'm looking for something I can use as a straight edge. Hi, horse. This isn't a line. This is a line, right? And we need to know
4 and
y
2.
equals. What is the equation of that line?
It's a weird looking line.
How do we figure that out? Well, there's 2 steps.
It's gonna be weird.
To find an equation, we need this. What does this represent?
M.
Yeah. What is M talking about?
It's you do it on
slope. The rise over the run. Now, could we have done it just by looking at our picture? Figured out our rise over run?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So we have this.
But it doesn't go through the middle.
It could be anything though.
Well, here, does it? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
And it goes, so the rise is 5.
Oh.
And the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So I just found through the picture that our slope is 5/9. Now, what if you don't have graph paper and can't do an accurate picture because you don't have a grid?
Get a ruler.
No, there is something we learned in lesson something that gave us the slope equation. Or the formula for a slope. Do you remember that?
Y2 minus Y1
Yes.
over X2 minus X2, X1.
That was the formula for a slope. Isaac? So you don't draw this. I just want to give you the visual. So we had this formula from way back. And what do we fill in here? Oh, we look over at our 2 points and we find our slope. Okay, so it's the change in y. So we're doing 2 minus 3, right? And 4 minus 5. And then simplify that. What are we hoping this turns out to be?
We're hoping it becomes
5/9, right? So it should be.
It is.
2 minus 3 is the same as 2 plus 3. Okay, so step 1, when you are finding the equation of a line between 2 points, step 1,
this.
this part. You definitely want to do this, what I have written here. Step 1 is find the slope, right? So if that's step 1, what do we do? How do we? Basically, we have this, right? Y equals 5/9 X plus B. Right? So what else do we need to find? What's B?
Me?
Yeah, we need a B, right?
Sure. No, we don't. Yes, we do.
We do. We do not have our B. These are the 2 things we need in order to get the equation.
We could. Okay.
So,
What's B equal?
so step 2 is pick a point.
I pick
We
5.
have 2 to pick from. Which one do we want to pick? Either one will work.
Negative.
I actually like to pick the positives because the more negatives we involve usually could cause a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick this point.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to plug it in
The B.
to here
Oh.
and
Two
Yeah,
equals
I remember.
Y.
here.
And 4 equals X.
So I'm going to put those in, and I get our Y is 2, so we get
X2, Y4, and then becomes like 2 times 5 now. Then you smooth it over.
okay.
to
So
Y.
now, do you think that'll get us our B?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, our B is not going to be it's going to be a fraction, isn't it? Are you so excited about that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not. I don't like it when we get fractions. I like it when this cancels out and we have a whole number. So that's the same as what? 20/9 plus
Usually I'll
B.
just leave it. I don't
Well, we need
graph
B.
it.
Our B needs to equal something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to subtract 20/9 from both sides, right?
Yeah.
So 2 minus 20/9. This is where I lose a lot of people because they didn't learn their fractions very well. So I'm going to do it over here. 2 minus 20/9. Well, they need to have the same bottom. So I'm going to have 9ths be my bottom, right?
So 18, no. Yeah, 18.
18, yes. So we get negative 2/9.
Woo!
All right, so we found our B and our M, and a lot of people do that and then forget, put it in and give us a final equation. Don't do that. So we know our B, we have our M, let's make a final equation out of that. Our final equation is Y equals 5/9 X minus 2/9. You see where we got those?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's remembering how to do these is the problem. I remember I had to take tests on this, and I always had to study really well the night before to make sure I had it all clear, what steps I need, because you're going to get, this week we're going to be given 1 point and a slope. All right, so there's a combination of these types of problems that's going to occur very often. All right, the next example is find an equation of a line between 4, -2, and -3, 4. Okay, those are your 2 points. What's our step 1?
B.
Find our, did you see up there? Did you write step 1?
Step 1.
What did we do first on the last example? We found
The slope.
slope, M equals.
Step 1.
And that's where we do y1 minus y2. These could always be interchanged. So I'm going to do my y's, -2 minus -3, 4 minus 4. No. Sorry, I got those all mixed up. That wasn't going to work. Our y's are -2 minus 4 and 4 minus 3. Okay, Isaac, do you see where I got these numbers?
Yep.
Okay, then we got, that reduces to -6/7. That's our M. Is that what you guys got in your
Not me.
example? Okay, because you haven't done it yet, but do you
Fine.
have you don't have your lesson out to check your work? Or you're redoing it, which is fine too.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
doing another problem on.
Okay, so that's step 1.
Yes, I do have that.
Step 2 is to, I'll use a different color because the black is getting a little
Step 2 is
faint. Step 2, we need to find what? our b, our y-intercept, right? So we have this now, y equals -6/7 x plus b, right?
Mhm.
That's how far, and so we're missing, we need a number for there. So I'm going to pick a point. That's step 2, pick a point.
I pick positives.
Yeah, we don't have 2 positives, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pick this one, okay? So that means -2 goes in there. Okay, and then we simplify and find our b. Trying to make sure we
Do you
have.
always make the biggest number on the fractions?
Hmm?
Do you always put the biggest number on the fraction? Oh wait, never mind.
No, it's just
It's X, Y,
yeah,
yeah.
x. You got it. Okay,
Sorry.
it's okay. No, it's I don't remember just getting this the first time and never having to like review it. So again, we've got a fraction problem, right? We have to add 24/7 to both sides. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, you might need scratch paper for this point or whatever. A lot of people get to this point and they go, I'm going to go to the next problem. I do not want to do a fraction problem.
Why would we go to the next one?
Well, it's just if someone were to be trying to cut corners. That's how I didn't do it, but that's definitely gone through my head before when I get to something like this. Like, oh, okay, well, it looks like maybe I showed enough work and I'm just going to be done. And
Couldn't you like do -2 plus 24/7? Put it on the same line and then.
yeah, that's what I would go on to my scratch paper and do this. You mean like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. And so I'm going to give them 7ths. Not too hard. So it's -14/7, right?
Mhm.
Add those together, and
10
so we
sevenths.
get 10/7 equals b. So now we have a b and we have an m. And we just put that all together. Once you get to this point, don't like, right now you got to just wrap it up in a present and give it to your teacher and say, here is the right answer. Give me that A.
Christmas time.
And that's the final answer we're looking for on these kind of problems. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I'm going to,
Example 3.
should I do example 3? How about
Yeah.
do it really fast? You guys
Yes,
see if you can
because-
catch up. Oh, because Jordan found a problem on that one. Okay. Let me make sure I'm on the, so it's between 4, 3 and 4, -3. Already I noticed that these have the same value, right? Do you guys notice that? I don't know if you can on this, because I'm not. So they both have same x's. So here's what's happening in my head. I know that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, this point and this point.
Mhm.
And I have to find this equation.
Okay.
X
Here's how I'm gonna,
equals-
you either have a vertical, I'm gonna talk to you, because I say first find your slope, right? Okay, slope is rise over run. Now we've got, let's say we have that one, this is, I learned how to explain this the other day, so I want to share it with you. And here's another slope. Okay, if you're driving in a car, which hill or not hill is possible?
This side.
That way.
This is possible, right?
Mhm.
You can totally drive that. So that slope is 0.
Woo!
It doesn't go up or
Y
down.
equals.
Now, this slope,
What's that?
this slope,
It's like 0.
yeah, it's impossible, right?
Almost.
You cannot drive
You
that.
couldn't really drive. You would just fall.
Yeah, gravity is not going to let you do that in any way, shape, or form. So that's the one where your slope is undefined.
Mhm.
So if we were to do this, let's do m equals change in x over change in y, or change in y over change in x. We would have 3 minus 3 over 4 minus 4, right?
Mhm.
So
6
what
over
happened there?
0.
6 over 0. We can never have 0 in the denominator, never, never. This is not going to work because we have a hill that our car could not possibly, or our bike. Could you ride your bike up that?
No.
No way. So it's undefined, impossible.
Oh, this.
So we need to figure out the equation of this line. So we know once you get a 0 in the denominator, you know that it is a vertical line. Okay? Anytime you get, let's say we did no picture for this. And we just did that work, right? 0 in the denominator means vertical.
It says, in the book it says to answer x is 4.
Yeah. So a vertical, y equals something is a horizontal equation, right? So remember when we are doing a vertical equation, it's x just equals a number. What does x equal?
4.
4. And here's how we would do it algebraically. We know it's x equals 4 because when we graphed it, right, it went out at 4. We had that line, right? So that's how we know it's x equals 4 and it's a vertical line. Let's do it algebraically. Remember, we need to find our b.
Algebra.
So let's pick a point and try that style, right? 3 equals our, yeah, that's not going to work. We can't do it because there is no slope, so we can't plug it in. I wanted to see. So these are tricky. You need to know if it's vertical or horizontal. If it's a vertical line, it's going to be your x values. It's going to be that, okay? If you have a horizontal line, it's going to be your y values will be the same.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, that's it for that.